Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have a new announcement. Of course, we know that Deontay Wilder is taking on Dominic Brazil for the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. This is a mandatory fight. It will be May 18th at the Barclay Center. This is the third straight time, or should I make it the fourth straight time, that Dominic Brazil has fought at the Barclay Center. So he's beat a couple undefeated guys, and he's no pushover. He only has one loss, and that's the loss to Anthony Joshua a few years ago. And of course, we have the bad blood between the two guys. Now, I wanted to talk about that a little bit because in the press conference, we did see a lot of the back. Well, we seen two interpretations of what happened that night. According to Deontay Wilder was looking for Brazil because of some remarks that he made about Deontay Wilder regarding his family and threats upon his family. And when he went there to find Dominic Brazil, of course, his brother Marcellus Wallace sucker punched Brazil or something like that. And I think Brazil sucker punched him back or whatnot. And Deontay Wilder stated that it was no one else but him. Now that's how he explained it. He explained it that he never goes anywhere with that many people. Then rebutted, counterpunched Dominic Brazil and said, "Hey, the cameras don't lie. I was in there to go out with my family and my corner man, and then we came down and he met Izugona, the guy that he knocked out previous, and they took pictures, they shook hands, and he was talking to them, and then here comes Deontay Wilder with a gang of people with him." And while Dominic Brazil was saying this was what was weird about it that I could see. Deontay started butting in. He started just talking out of character, out of turn, saying, "Oh, well, I was looking for you. I was looking for you." And it was like, I'm thinking, okay, I know Dominic Brazil doesn't have a shit talking personality, but I did think it was strange that he didn't let Dominic Brazil finish what he was saying. I'm not saying that that's a admittance of guilt, but it does seem strange because if you guys are talking of what you say happened, you would let the other guy speak, because Dominic Brazil was telling his own interpretation of what happened that night. It could be a little bit in between both. Who knows? Deontay Wilder did, say some disturbing things, some promising things. He said, when he promises to do something, whatever he says is going to come to pass, it's going to happen. And he told Dominic Brazil to arrange funeral arrangements because it might be a funeral coming. It's going to be worse than any other fight that he had. He's going to make Dominic Brazil wish that he never stepped into the ring. He's going to make him pay for the things that he said. He's going to make him pay for trying to get sued because, Dominic Brazil, at first filed a lawsuit. Probably Uncle Al was the reason for that lawsuit to be dropped or whatnot. And that's another thing that angered Deontay Wilder. He was like, well, what kind of fighter, presses a lawsuit against another fighter, So what else was spoken in this? Dominic Brazil does have Virgil Hunter. Virgil Hunter is the renowned trainer of once pound-for-pound champion Andre Ward. Andre Berto, Amir Khan, and many others, El Perro Angulo. He's trained a lot of guys. So Dominic Brazil, brought him along, and I think that was pretty impressive. And so I'm assuming that Dominic Brazil is taking this fight very seriously, especially waiting over 12, 13 months or more to get this opportunity since him being the mandatory. Okay, so, Deontay Wilder made a lot of promises. He said, I promise you, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to put you down. You might not get up. Those things, though, it goes hand in hand with the reason why people like Deontay Wilder and the same reason why people don't like Deontay Wilder. Love him or hate him because of things he says like that. A lot of people that, ride with Wilder, they like the idea of action. And, he says brains is going to be blooded all over. This is going to be rated PG-13. I'm like, huh? PG-13? You mean rated R? Yeah, I'm sorry, you ran into that one, champ. But, Dominic Brazil called him a bum, called his brother a punk ass. That's why our brother got knocked out, And he was like, my brother was only 197 pounds. I'm like, well, damn, he's damn near a heavyweight. You know what I mean? He's definitely a cruiserweight. So I didn't really catch the reason why he would say that. I know Dominic's a big guy and he's bigger than both of those guys, Dominic and his brother Deontay, but I don't see how that was. I guess he was referring to the weight classes. He's not technically in the weight class. So I guess I could see that. But no, I mean, nothing really fuels a fight like bad blood. You know what I'm saying? And you got two guys, a guy with only one loss fighting a guy that's undefeated with one strike, which is a draw. Never been beaten. Deontay Wilder has, dropped every guy that he's been in the ring with. And, he's looking to do the same thing with Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil's objective is to take that belt. And like he said, he would like to get the rematch with Anthony Joshua after obtaining the WBC. And of course, this is a mandatory. So there is no rematch clause in a mandatory, or it doesn't have to be. I don't know if Uncle Al implemented that in the contract. I haven't seen it myself, but it's not a guaranteed unless that's the case. But it is a mandatory. So if Dominic Brazil beats him, he doesn't have to rematch him right away. Floyd didn't have to rematch Oscar De La Hoya right away. He fought Ricky Hatton, and then he retired. So those ways that he can come off and come out of that, you know what I mean? I think that Wilder is on fire. He's on a roll. I think this is the best time in his career. He wants to believe it or not. This is it. He's got a lot of offers. So, his head is huge. You know what I mean? From those offers, his confidence is soaring. So yeah, it looks good for him in that aspect. Now, for me, counterpunching that, this could be a very good thing or a very bad thing for Deontay Wilder. Let me explain. It can be a very good thing just because, yeah, he's soaring. This could be his aura and invincibility. He still hasn't never been. Well, I can't say he's never been down as a pro because that's a lie. But he's beaten all of his fights except for Tyson Fury. He's won them all. If he can land that right hand, he mostly knocks out, like they say, 97% of the people that he's fought. Okay, so that looks like a win-win for him. How is it bad? It's bad because I feel that Deontay Wilder, because it could backfire, since he is so confident, since everything is going for him, other networks are asking for him, in his ways or his words, begging for him. So, his head is big again. He might overlook Dominic Brazil. You know what I mean? So him overlooking Dominic Brazil could be very dangerous. Ask Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas, and that is by far the biggest upset in history. But this won't be. Because, Dominic Brazil is a guy with only one loss. That wasn't Buster Douglas when he fought Mike Tyson. Okay? Nobody ever fathomed, Buster Douglas winning. But in this fight, Deontay is the favorite. But at the end of the day, Dominic Brazil does hit hard. He can take a punch. And the question is, if Deontay Wilder, with that half broke ass hand of his, is always constantly injured, what if he can't get that guy out of there? What if he hurts his hand, punching wrong like he always does? He might have some problems. So yeah, that is a good or bad thing that can happen in this scenario. But nonetheless, we will see who is victorious. This is a high anticipated fight. You guys tell me who you think will win. Give me your feedback. Like, share. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.